right. So yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Greetings. This is our Sun Village Tribal Town Council or Sun Village Town Council meeting. It is 9/24/2023. Um, this is one of the meetings that we said that we were going to set aside so that we can deal with the tribal aspects of Sun Village. Uh, we had one meeting prior to this, and then we went over uh, our encounter with the mayor, or the mayor uh, before this administration, Ms. Magdalene Lawrence Aguma, uh, who's no longer with us. She passed away a few months ago, and we went over some of the things that she did to prepare us to be in this position. Some of the documents that she handed us, uh, in public and in private. So what I intend to do today is to share some of those documents and share some of the information that we found and that she shared with us that gave us uh, good evidence for us to be able to step in and reorganize Sun Village as a tribal township. Actually, not reorganize it. What we're saying, and from my findings, I'm saying that it was intended to be this from the beginning, and somebody unraveled that, and now we are placing it back to where it was originally intended to be. Uh, we know that Sun Village was established in 1939 by the principal founder of Sun Village is a man named Melvin Ray Grubbs. We did some genealogy research. We're going to show some documentation of where this man was born and where he passed away at. Uh, uh, since that time, we understand that what Melvin Ray Grubbs did establish was attacked. And we're saying that not like any other town. I mean, we're saying it just like any other town, any other so-called black town that was established during this time, during the 20s, the 30s, the early 1900s. You know, we have history of us being in the South and in other areas and establishing our own towns, like Rosewood, like Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, like Sun Village. So I'm saying our findings showed that what Melvin Ray Grubbs tried to establish or did establish was attacks, and then like I don't want to say like I almost went into like, you know how we watch the news and they say, yeah, they went over into Iraq and they went into Iran and then they changed the government and now they got a puppet government. You know, I'm not saying like they put a puppet council in, but the people of Sun Village, like, or they convinced a lot of people to slowly change their minds. We know that since 1939, in between there, from now and then, the 60s happened, and then during the 60s, our people as a whole, out of fear, threat, duress, and coercion, accepted integration. Uh, yeah, let that sink in a little bit. Yeah, through threat, duress, and coercion, we accepted integration. Why do I say that? Because during the 60s, 63, 65, 67, around that time, our people were very much aware of segregation and integration, these two words. And I'm saying that they were so much aware of it then, and I want to make an equivalent. They were aware of it like we were aware of COVID-19. The whole world knew what was going on with COVID-19. Back then, the whole world knew what was going on with black people in America. So in 1965, when Malcolm X was killed, he was assassinated. He was the principal advocate for us to do for ourselves and for us to have our own towns, our own schools, our own educational, everything, just our own. We know that Martin Luther King was set up against Malcolm X to go against him and say, no, we don't want our own. We want to integrate with the rest of American society. And so he did demonstrations like he went and sat in at diners and restaurants and got hosed down and went into places to where that we were not wanted, and to demonstrate something. We can go back in history and see what he demonstrated. But later on, we know that Martin Luther King did say that he made a mistake in doing that. And when he realized that he was assassinated, and then his mother, and then his father, and a lot of people in Martin Luther King's family were assassinated. We don't know about it. So when you go to Sun Village, we see in the same year that Malcolm X was assassinated, that Jackie Robinson Park was established. And when you look at Jackie Robinson Park, Jackie Robinson, not Jackie Robinson Park, but when you look at Jackie Robinson and his history, Jackie Robinson is looked at as the Martin Luther King of Major League Baseball, because Jackie Robinson was part of the Negro League. And the Negro League was one of the main cash cows of all of our black towns, so-called black towns. I'm using words that our people can understand. A lot of our people that established these towns knew that they had tribal lineage and nationality in these tribes. It's not publicized, just like it's not publicized that Melvin Ray Grubbs was a Cherokee. They say he's a black lawyer turned real estate agent. They don't say anything about his nationality. So going back real quick, Jackie Robinson being one of the first to cross over from Negro League baseball to Major League Baseball represents integration. And for him to establish a park in Sun Village shows me that Sun Village was attacked in a way that was a little more smoothened over than just a bombing. Like we bombed Tulsa, we killed all the people in Rosewood. They did a little bit more tactfulness when they dealt with Sun Village. Melvin Ray Grubbs died 3 years later, 1968. So when we got in, Miss Magdalene, we call her Miss Mag, she had given us some documents. She gave us 2 documents in the beginning, and she gave us some verbal history. One of those documents I want to share is right now that I want to share is called the Guide to the Rural Town Councils. Okay. Let me see if I can get this on right. I want to show a tab. Fix. All right, y'all see me? My screen? Yeah, y'all see me? Like, can I see this? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can see it. Maybe is there a way you can blow it up or like go in or like?
All right, just a second. Let me see. I'm trying to see where I'm at. Town council pigs.
I think
Can I blow it up? Or I am gonna blow it up in a second. So
I could do. I can see now. I can actually do it on
okay.
my.
All right, so I'm scrolling right now, and then I'm about to blow this part up. So right here, I don't know how big. Let me see how big it is. Okay, yeah. So this document was given to me by Ms. Magdalene. She said, you know, this document is a good document to go by and that we should read it and get familiar with it. And then right after that, she gave me the bylaws to the Sun Village Town Council. So when I scroll up, it's called Rural Town Councils, a Guide and Handbook by Mary Ann Floyd, who was over the Association of Rural Town Councils. Now, this document is very important, and I'm going to get into why. Okay. You see it here, she has acknowledgments. Should I read this? Let me read this. Her acknowledgement. She says, this guy, can y'all see this part? Do I got it high up enough?
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay. This guide and handbook could not have been written without the dedication of a special group of citizens who, by their experience, wisdom, vision, and hard work, prove that the American spirit of independence, involvement, and community is very much alive and well in these northern unincorporated communities of Los Angeles County. It has been a deep source of pride to have been associated with these individuals and communities. Acton, Agua Dulce, Antelope Acres, Castaic, Green Valley, Lake Los Angeles, the lakes, or Lake Hughes and Lake Elizabeth, Leona Valley, Little Rock, and Quartz Hill. You know the Sun Village isn't in this. Acknowledged. Okay.
Yeah.
You see here, let me go up. It says that the Rural Town Councils, a guide and handbook, the history, operational procedures, and policies of the Rural Town Council movement in Los Angeles County, right? And it says that it was copywritten in 1995 and its second edition, first printing in 1998. I would assume that she had it as a like a PDF document or something like that in 1995, and when she actually got it printed up, it was in 1998. Okay. Now here we are. Look at this. Wait, did I miss something? Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, no, I didn't. Now look at this. There are letters in this book from members of the House of Representatives. See, it says Congress of the United States, House of Representatives, Washington, D.C. They're thanking Miss Floyd for writing this document, the Rural Town Council book. And this is by Howard P. Buck McKeon, a member of Congress. A second official of government, the Board of Supervisors, County of Los Angeles, Michael D'Antonovich. He's one of the main figures in the Antelope Valley. He wrote her a letter in 1995 thanking her for writing this document. See his name, Michael D'Antonovich. Okay. Another another letter from Gray Davis, who was the governor of, he was the lieutenant governor then, but became the governor later of California. And this one is in 1997, you see, and it's directed to the new president, Paul Sloan, I believe. And Gray Davis is writing him, thanking him. See, thank you for sending me a copy of the Rural Town Councils. He was very impressed. You see, the reason why these officials of government are thanking this lady is because I'm going to get into it. The state of California, the county of Los Angeles, has no rules for unincorporated areas. They only have rules, regulations, and laws for the state of California. Unincorporated areas are not the state of California. When we understand California and how it was formed as a civic form of government and not a territorial form of government. That means that the states that are incorporated are considered the state of California. Pardon me. Not the states that are not incorporated, but the cities and the towns and counties that are incorporated are the state of California. Now, Sun Village remains in an unincorporated area. And if I get time later on today, at the end of this, I'll go into the Department of Interior, where I'll show the Department of Interior definitions for unincorporated areas is a sovereign territory, whether dependent on another nation or not. Okay, so let me continue. There's another acknowledgement, I would say. This acknowledgement comes from, I'm gonna blow this up so you can really see it. I don't have to read it all, but I'm about to get into why this document is so important, and this is the beginning of it. So let me blow this up. This is a statement by a Pawnee, someone from the Pawnee tribe, and it came from, can y'all see that? From a Cherokee Feast of Days by Joyce. I can't pronounce her name, last name Heffler. She there's a quote in here from someone from the Pawnee tribe. Okay. Moving right on up is the contents. I'm gonna pass that because I'll get to that later. But what I want to show is that you see where it says town council members here at the top. Then let me get my town council members, town council formation, town council elections, town council meetings. All of these headings right here, I'm going to show you in a few minutes. But this is what I wanted to read, a part of the preface. So in this preface, Mrs. Floyd says, the purpose for this guide is threefold. And anybody who want to get this book, I think we can give it away. We might have it download or something. I don't know. But we can, if you ask us, we can get this book to you. But basically, I want to go down to the bottom part where she reinforces what I just said. So it says, let me go it says, as such, there must be a thread of consistency and policy which weaves through each and every town council organization, yet does not infringe upon the right of individual town councils from functioning independently of other councils and other regulatory agencies. Okay, let me go up. Ideally, local town councils would look to legislation or to other established governmental agencies to provide the criteria for the formation and operation of town councils. However, can y'all see this? Where my mouse is going?
Yeah, I can.
Do I got to move it over?
I don't think I see your mouse, but I can see.
You just got to move your screen, or I don't know, because I just moved my able to do it.
All right, hold on. Let me make sure y'all see this.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hold on. The right side is okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I'm striving to. Okay. Here we go. Y'all, is that good?
Yeah.
All right. So, do you see my mouse moving around over on the right side? I'm saying, however, right here.
I can't see the mouse. I know where you at with the words, but I can't see.
Okay, yes, sir. So, however, neither California state law nor the County of Los Angeles provides such criteria. What she said was, ideally, when we're looking to form these councils, we're looking for legislation from the state of California. But she's saying, however, the California state law nor the County of Los Angeles has these rules. It is therefore up to the established town councils to develop a set of general standards and policies which define and guide the town councils of the unincorporated communities of Southern California. Okay, let me shrink this back down. So y'all get where I'm going, right? Y'all hear this, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is this? What is this lady saying? Oh, shit.
We have jurisdiction over the town. Councils have, basically, you can create your own entities, you know, all these different areas to govern a town. So like water department, marshals, town marshals, etc.
Yes, ma'am.
Or
yes. That's good. That's good. So y'all seen all this. I'm still sharing, right? I'm scrolling up. So I went through the Pawnee, I went through her preface, but now I want to go through this part. I mean, everybody on the council already knows this, but I'm sharing this with the community so they'll know where we standing at when we dealing with Sun Village and nationality. This is the introduction, page 2. It says right here at the top, rural town councils, an idea whose time has come again, in real big letters. So capital letters. I'm not going to read all this. What I'm going to go to is these things. The front. Not the front, but the beginning of each of these, because all of this is educational. See, some villages in here mentioned here, but not in the acknowledgement. Now, this is the beginning of the first chapter of this manual, and it's called the Town Council Member. And right here, I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see that quote? Is it on the screen good? It's not right centered, but let me see.
I can see it.
Okay. Yeah. Damn, my bad. So it says, in all of your official acts, self-interest shall be cast aside. You shall look and listen to the welfare of the whole people and have always in view not only the present, but the coming generations, the unborn of the future nation. Now, this quote is by a person named Decawita in 1720, a tribal member. Okay. And so we go on into the aspects of what a council member is. And you know, we're going to go on to the next chapter. This chapter is called The Formation. And you see, again, we have a quote from somebody that said, the Cherokee have a vision, not clouded by fear. Okay. And then it goes off into the formation of a town council, how that goes. You know, my point in showing this is to show that on the front of every one of these chapters, like this one for elections, there's another tribal member named Red Eagle who says, there was a time when I had a choice. And this is under the chapter of elections. And I can go on and on. This document is 90 something pages, but all through here has tribal members and chiefs all giving us guidance in this rural town council guide. I can find some more, but if you get the book, you know, this will help you out. Well, let's see if I can find another one. Oh, here's another one. It's on in front of every chapter. There's some tribal member or a chief, so we know this. Like here's another one from 1847. One old elm under which the representatives of the tribes were wont to meet will cover us all. Now, it's interesting. That's in 1847. That's 1 year before Sun Village, excuse me, not Sun Village, but California was established in 1848, 1849. I wonder who this individual is. Why Obo, why no Unk. Okay, so there you have it. That's one document that I wanted to share with the people. I want to share that document with the people, and I think that that's heavy. I think that right there, even though like when we first came into the town council, we got that document, and I was reading it and I was showing it around. It was like, oh wow, like man, it's tribal people in here, you know. But it still like kind of wasn't quite that much enough, you know, for us. And so in the bylaws, what Miss Mac did, I don't know if I want to go over the bylaws right now or this part. But yeah, let me show this other part before I get into the bylaws. I said I was going to show two foundational documents, and that is this document I just showed in the bylaws. However, there's two more things I wanted to show, and that was this one book that our parliamentarian brought to me called 12,000 Years of Antelope Valley Indian History, if I get it right. Hold on, I'm about to pull it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'll go back to that part. All right, so bylaws. this is the wrong one. Wrong one. Sorry, it's this. All right, it's called 12,000 Years of Native History in the Antelope Valley. Pardon me again. This is the right title. American Indian Peoples of the Antelope Valley, Western Mojave Desert, California, 12,000 years of culture history. Okay. This document or this book, it's a pamphlet book. It's about 50 pages or less. And this was given to me by the parliamentarian, uh, brother. Hey, bro, if you want to, hold on, before I go off into this, if you want to break down like how you came about this and everything, you can.
All right, you want me to go now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Even though on here my name is Quincy Hooks, my tribal name is Kukulkan, Amaru. So just to let people know that my the tribe name. But I was always researching. I always looking places around me, closest around me of history. I go to museums and study. So me learning, my tribal history, I want to go to I found we had the Native American Museum in the Antelope Valley, originally located, according to the borderlines, that's really in Sun Village, right?
Yes, sir.
I believe. So when I went to the play, I've been there before. I think my second time is when I seen that book, the 12,000 Years of History. And I was like, wow, so I grabbed it and I got some copies for my brother Ansar, a couple other I think Mustafa, maybe some other people, but I got a couple copies. And that's how I got the book and just learning about the history. And it's a lot of history itself. If you go to the museum, the people that know the knowledge of the history of the people in that particular area, how Lake Los Angeles was actually a lake, and when Europeans or the Caucasians came in, they tried to expand the lake, and the lake broke and then it dried out. So yeah, it's a lot of history that we should learn about that particular area. It's very spiritual. You want to know lands because in ancient times, we in certain areas we did certain things in those areas. So that actually was an area for trading, I believe. Yeah, trading with people coming from Big Bear, people coming from probably like the Sequoias area and other areas, and people would come there and meet and do all the trading and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just something I'm gonna just give to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Brother Q.
Yeah. He gave me that book, and when he had it, I was like, oh, this is a cool book. Man, okay. And I started flipping through it. I said, bro, you got to give me a copy of this. Like, this right here is one of the main things we need. So this is some of the stuff I want to show you that I read in the book that helps buttress our position here in Sun Village. Like you said, this book was obtained at the Antelope Valley Indian Museum. And it can be purchased there now. It's only about $5, I think. So you see the title here. Going into it, I don't want to go too much into it. I already highlighted some parts. So that's kind of off. Let me see, make sure I'm not. You can see I'm gonna go slow so y'all can just kind of like see some of the stuff until I get to the part that I want to point out. Y'all see this stuff? Yeah, all of these. We've seen some of these artifacts inside of the Antelope Valley Indian Museum. As of recently, some of these things that they found, a tribe, the Chumash tribe, came to reclaim it. You know, they came to reclaim a lot of this stuff that we're seeing here. Look at this. So this is a part here. It says Antelope Valley was occupied and or used by at least 4 distinct groups of the Shoshonean speakers. The Serrano, the Van Yume, the Kitanimuk, Tataviam, and Kawaisu. Okay, got some of the stuff here that they, you know, how they lived. We actually saw one of these in the museum. Now, this is what I wanted to show. Okay, so you see the names at the top. Kawaisu is another tribal name. And there's various other little small areas, right? But when you go up, I don't know, can y'all see the orange part or the red part?
Yes, I can see it highlighted. Little Rock.
Yeah, we can see
That
that.
word says?
Yeah,
Y'all
Little
see
Rock.
that? Does it say can you see Little Rock? Hold up.
Yeah, it says Little Rock.
All right. Little Rock. To the left of that is Palmdale. To the right of that, Victorville. South of San Gabriel Mountains, okay? So we know, according to the history of Sun Village, that in 1939, Melvin Ray Grubbs came out to Little Rock and purchased most of Little Rock and renamed it Sun Village. Right here in the middle of what they say is the Antelope Valley Tribal Territory, okay, of the late prehistoric and protohistoric period. This is where we at, y'all. Right there where the orange part is. This map illustrates a very general concept of distribution of Shoshonean inhabitants. Again, they're talking about in ancient times. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. And there's another part that speaks about, you see the 1849 gold rush. We'll talk about that in later videos. Fort Tejon is near us. It's actually a road that goes through some village. I'm looking, this is the part right here. Okay, so in this book, it gives us some very strong clues. Now, again, this is in the beginning of us taking the seats as Sun Village officials. So we still kind of like, our legs are still kind of wobbling. You know, we're not really that confident. We still gathering information. But it says here, there are no formal reservations or rancherias in the Antelope Valley. Because, you know, when they take and misplace so-called Indians or Native Americans or Aboriginal people, they put them on reservations, or in this case, it said rancherias or ranches. But it says here in California that, I mean, excuse me, that in the Antelope Valley of California, that there are no formal reservations or rancherias in Antelope Valley. However, its Indian population was estimated in the 90s to be approximately 16,000 people. Okay. These peoples represent tribes and groups from throughout the United States and other areas in the Western Hemisphere. So we're talking about an intertribal group. It says several intertribal groups have established councils in Antelope Valley. Periodic local cultural events such as gatherings, powwows, and cultural fairs highlight the continuing effort of the American Indian residents of Antelope Valley to preserve and revitalize their cultural identity. Okay, so let's go back to this part. The Antelope Valley, right? It's saying in the 1990s that the people of the Antelope Valley who identified as indigenous people or members of tribes numbered around 16,000 peoples. And they formed themselves councils. These several intertribal groups have established councils in the Antelope Valley. Now, anybody here and that's listening to this, I want you to go and Google tribal councils or Indian councils or Native American councils or anything like that in the Antelope Valley. And what you're going to find is nothing. Okay. The only councils that are here in the Antelope Valley are the town councils, the ones that I just went through over with the Rural Town Council guidebook. So when it is saying in the 1990s, you see that lady, Miss Floyd, she wrote that book in 1995. We have, I don't know if I can show you on my phone. Can I show you on my phone? We have a sign that was made in Sun Village when the people of Sun Village decided to like regroup themselves and get back to their tribal understanding. They painted a sign, and the sign was painted. You see this symbol behind me right here? Well, that's my chair, but if you don't see this symbol right here was the tribal symbol. It was a tribal symbol that our people painted on our sign. So let me show you. I got a picture in front of the sign on my IG page, right? And hoping I can show you what they said. Okay, look. I don't know if y'all can see that. Dang, y'all can't. Okay, wait. There you go. I can't see it. But you can kind of see that.
Right there. I can see it. I can see
Yeah,
it right
you see it. Okay, so that sign, but if you see on the inside of the symbol,
Yeah.
it says established 1992 on the sign, on the inside of the sign. Dang, I can't even. Let me go. Anyway, right on the bottom in the blue part, it's a blue part right here at the bottom, and inside our sign, it's on 90th Street East and Palmdale Boulevard. It says established in 1992. That book was written in 95. The lady didn't mention Sun Village in the acknowledgement, but later on, she did say that Sun Village was one of the last ones to form their council. But what I'm saying is that the people of all of these areas were initially tribal people, indigenous people, who knew exactly what they were doing when they were forming these councils. However, when you look at Sun Village and the other areas, we know that Sun Village is known as or looked at as the black town, the black side, you know? So when it comes to allying with the state, it is unlikely that some of our people, what we know what the state have been doing with our town, will be willing to partner up with the state or the county. It's just, you know, we see that Agua Dulce, Little Rock, Acton, we see all of these other town councils around us. They're all kind of united up under one thing, and that they're working with the county and they're getting benefits and they're sitting at the table, they're getting money, you know, all of this type of stuff. But Sun Village seems to always get the short end of the stick, right? I think it's because, you know, we're the you know, Melvin Ray Grubbs peoples, you know, and what he did, he came out here and he saw that our people were being redlined and discriminated against and couldn't get mortgages in other areas of Los Angeles or Los Angeles County. And he came out here and he protected us. The man was born in the year 1900. Now, yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect to get in on him right now, because Melvin Ray Grubbs was born 1900 in Oklahoma Township 27, which is a Cherokee Township. We're going to get into that. When he was born in 1900, by the time he was 21 years old, he witnessed Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing. Township 27 is about 2 hours away from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's try to like tap into this real quick, because imagine you being 21 years old, 1921. You're in a Cherokee Township, you know, your hometown. The Black Wall Street, the biggest thing happening for us, north of us, gets bombed and fired and, you know, set afire and all of this stuff. Now, I want to say this too. A 21-year-old man in 1921 is way, way more mature than a 21-year-old man today. So we have to tap into what his, you know, what this looks like for us in this time. Because 21-year-old man is likely to have tilled the soil, you know, learn how animal husbandry. He's probably looking at marriage at this time. He's, you know, he's looking at things that, you know, that are far beyond the thoughts of the average 21-year-old today.
I have a question, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So when Melvin Ray Grubbs was 21 and he was 2 hours away, and I'm pretty sure they heard it on the news, and he's probably like, you know, what if they come here? Now, was it just him that moved away from that town, that Cherokee town, or was there others that also moved away too? Do
I
you
don't
know?
have that knowledge. I don't really have that knowledge, but I know that the genealogy records do show that he left there, and I don't know if it was in 21, but he ended up in Chicago in the mid 30s. Okay. Okay, look at this though. Let's look at some of the laws that we know. 1921, that happened. 1927, the Indian Citizenship Act happened, also known as the Snyder Act in 1927. This document we'll go into that document in some later lives, but this document showed how people who had tribal lineage could participate in government without compromising their status as a tribal member. 1928, that's 1927. Then in 1928, there was a big convention in Chicago. Noble Drew Ali called a meeting for 6 days. And when you look, and he took a big picture. I don't know if I can find that, but there's a big picture with all of these people with feathers on their head and different kinds of headdress, fezzes, turbans, and it's over 100 people there. And they're meeting. I don't really know what the meeting was about. I gotta do some more reading on my Morris literature, but I'm sure it does say. But what I'm saying is that a lot of things started to take place during this time. So 1928 was the great meeting in Chicago with all of the tribal people. Noble Drew Ali had called that meeting. And then 1929, Noble Drew Ali passes away. He gets assassinated too. Then somewhere we haven't got the records yet. However, we do know, according to newspaper articles and word of mouth, that Melvin Ray Grubbs did attend law school in Chicago and obtained a law degree. I don't know what kind of law degree. Okay. We also know that he became a real estate agent and he became a real estate broker in Chicago. After leaving Chicago in 1938 or so, he went to California and he purchased what we know today of as Sun Village, which is most of Little Rock. So here's some evidence of who this man is. Y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can. Let me.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yep.
Y'all see at the top, Melvin Ray Grubbs, birth 1900, Oklahoma, death January 1968, Little Rock, Los Angeles. Melvin Ray Grubbs, 1900 to 1968. Fact details. Do y'all see the Township 27 Cherokee Nation?
Yes. Yep.
Indian Territory, USA?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
This is this man's nationality.
Wow.
Okay. So remember, Indian Citizenship Act of 1927. Remember, well, we have a lot more laws that back something up like this today, but back then that was the only one. Here's another census record. I mean, a record from the genealogy records. It says citations attached to Melvin Ray Grubbs, 1900 United States Federal Census. Source citation, year 1900, census place, Township 27, Cherokee Nation, Indian Territory, roll 1843. So he might have a roll number. We have to look this up. His roll number may be 1843. Enumeration District 0008, FHL, microfilm 1241843. You see the last four, 1843, 1843. See, I didn't even notice this then. But we see here that he does have a possible tribal roll card. Okay. Here's another document. Federal Census for Melvin Ray Grubbs. Again, at the top, Indian Territory, Cherokee Nation, Township 27, District 0008. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing there. And get back with us. Okay, so again, let's type into the mind of this man. If you were born on an Indian tribal territory, and then you obtained a law degree and became a broker and a real estate agent, and then you went out and went out and established your own town, what would that town look like? I'm gonna ask you a better question. Would that town some way and somehow look like your hometown? Or it be like your hometown in some kind of way? Could you see yourself saying, hey, you know what? There's all these black people in Sun Village, they're being discriminated against. Let's go head over there and just integrate them. Let's integrate everybody and let's make it good for our people there. Or did he say, let me go over here and establish a tribal township, separate our people, protect our people, let our people know what they can do with this type of setup, you see, and then move from there. I would say that when Melvin Ray Grubbs came to California, that he established a tribal township.
I agree. I agree
Look
with
at
that.
us. Look at this behind it. Look at all the evidence. We got the Rural Town Council. We got all of this stuff showing us, like, man, this man had this in his head. And not only that, there's people in Sun Village, because this was done in 92. So we have still people in Sun Village who think like this, but we saw when we got there was a lot of people that were scared to speak, right?
Yeah.
There was a lot of families that didn't even want to talk to the mayor. Because they had newspapers and all kind of other artifacts. And what was that thing she tried to get to me? She said she didn't have no more because the mayor before her got it. Like, there's documents not being saved and all kind of stuff. But there's nothing to cry about. It's just what it is. But we know that this town right here was for our people, and that this man is a Cherokee National or a Cherokee, you know what we would say.
Right.
Hey, do you have a photo of his grave site?
Yes, sir, I do. I didn't put it up here, but there is a photo of his grave site. Let me see.
Is that the one that has like has like M. Ray Grubbs on it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's metallic. It's metal, right? And it was like welded in there. You know, my hunch is that is a copper mixture, metal amalgam or something. And the reason why I say that is because some other evidence that our town manager found when he looked at how big Sun Village really is. He saw that Sun Village covered an area that's called Cooper Falls now, but it used to be called Copper Mountain, and the whole area there is just like full of copper. We know Melvin Ray Grubbs had a lot of knowledge about the earth. His last name, Grubbs, entails that. His family comes from people who know how to dig and find riches in the earth. We know Sun Village is an aquifer territory. There's water running under it. It had a river running on top of it, and it went into what's called Lake Los Angeles today. We know that there's over 100 mining companies in Sun Village right now, claiming that they're not in Sun Village, but in Palmdale, digging for gold, diamonds, silver. It's just unlimited amount of resources and minerals and precious stuff that's coming up out of the ground of Sun Village. Not only that, there's 8 rock quarry companies in Sun Village that are making cement and selling cement to high-rise buildings for them to be built in northern and southern Central California. So we know that when Melvin Ray Grubbs came to then Little Rock, I think that this man knew a lot about that area, and that when he studied it, and for a man to say, I'm going to purchase this area, rename it, and start a town, he had to do a lot of research. You can't see somebody just coming in blind doing it. I'm just gonna help him. Oh, I'm just gonna go take my millions of dollars. I don't even know, man. We don't even know how much money this man had. But when the genealogy records, it said that he has land all over North America. Land in Ohio, land northern, like up in Washington. I don't know what he was planning or what the plan is. Might be still in planning, you know. But we see that he wasn't a lightweight character, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot more other Melvin Ray Grubbs that we could find if we were to investigate some of the other so-called black towns that are still around today. And they probably have people like us trying to get the word out there and get it back up and running and help try to get some of our people to move out of the major cities back into these areas before, like we see big corporations coming through and start buying stuff up, buying people out, taking stuff over, adverse possession, or what's that other one, eminent domain and things, So the next document, which is the last document I wanted to show, is our bylaws. And these are our updated bylaws. I couldn't find the old ones. And real quick, let me go off into that. And we can close out.
Are you looking for that? I was gonna say Quartz Hill too, when you kind of think of that name Quartz Hill.
Yeah.
The areas that letting it gotta be quartz. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Quartz crystals like everywhere.
Yeah.
And then it's so much stuff about the Antelope Valley that we could get off into, like the Big Rock. Found Big Rock. Like Little Rock is there, and then there's Big Rock, but Big Rock is smaller than Little Rock in territorial size, but it's a big rock right there. So that the terms that are being used are tribal terms.
Juniper Hills, it's junipers that we use that for hilling. Yeah, that can go all the way up to Apple Valley. They have apples over there. Big Bear, there's bears. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now go ahead and build it before I go and share the screen.
Hey, just building on that. Do any of us? Do anybody have the first newspaper article about some village that was published in 1947?
No, sir, I don't.
There was a press, and it was called the South Antelope Valley Press, and they mentioned some village for the first time in a major article on the main newspaper article on February 13th of 1947.
Wow. Yeah, bro. Please get that to me.
Okay. And and it just pretty much highlighted the purchase of some village and the promotion of some village incorporated, which was how Melvin Gray Grubbs purchased 1,000 acres.
Hectares. It says 1,000 hectares.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And so, and then moving, listen to what you're saying, just building upon that, you know what I'm saying? Just understanding those things, why he started Sun Village Incorporated Land Corporation. He started in 1939.
Yes, sir.
So you got a picture of him? Because I know I have a picture of him too, man. It's pretty interesting, man.
You have a picture of Melvin Ray Grubbs, bro?
Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. What's interesting about the picture?
He's a black man.
Okay.
For sure, man. And it kind of looks like, it's funny because I got a picture. hold on for a second. You can remember I was talking to you about some stuff regarding my family and our family tree, and that our family was from North Carolina and they was in Cherokee County.
Okay, yes, sir.
I was sharing that with you, and I got a photo of my mom, my grandpa and grandma and all them, because everybody else talking about their grandparents or great grandparents. I could talk to you about my father and my grandma, and then her parents. So I'm gonna talk to you about her parents, man. He looked like Melvin Gray Grubbs. He looked like him a little bit.
Ooh,
It's funny. And
who looks like
he was a
Melvin Ray
Native
Grubbs?
American, huh?
You said your family member looks like Melvin Ray Grubbs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I can hold on for a second. I know it's in my back here because I was doing some genealogy stuff for the family, man. I got some notes right here. Hold on, it's in my bag. Let me just grab it right quick. I'm gonna see if I can share it in the screen just so you can see, man. Look, I'm gonna show you something right quick. I'm gonna pull it out real quick. Then I'm gonna share a picture with Melvin Gray Grubbs, man. I'm gonna share a picture with you guys.
Wow.
On here real quick.
Wow.
You've been looking for a picture
bag,
from
man.
him
I was doing genealogy stuff right now for my family as well. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, I can't share my screen. Oh, wait, y'all can see me right here.
Wow.
Let me see.
And can you take a screenshot? Maybe could you like send it to the group or?
Oh, you know what? The other photo that I want to show y'all is actually in my phone, but I got one right here, man. I got one right here.
Melvin Ray Grubbs is about to be revealed live today.
I'm gonna show you guys a picture, man, of one of my great grandpas.
Oh wow, you look like him too.
Yeah.
Hold on, when you talk, Jamila, it switches the video. Hold on.
I see it. Wait, that's your family, right?
That's my family.
Okay, okay.
Now, what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna share with you, and it's funny, but my other grandpa, my other grandpa, let me share. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do right now, let me get to it because I got my notes. I'm gonna share with you, Ansar, through email, and then you share with the group because you got the screen.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna share with you right now. Before Sun Village was established, a black community in the Antelope Valley, how it was established for black families, and how they came from where they came from, and they settled in the Antelope Valley back in the 1800s, or I'm saying in 1880s, in 1880.
Okay.
In some village. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share it with you, man, so you can share it with the group. It's quite interesting.
All right.
Quite interesting. Let me share this with you. So, but we're talking about it, man. I know that when we talk about a lot of this history, man, we're just trying to connect the dots where we were, like, which we know is denationalization and genocide amongst a lot of the black natives here, or indigenous people here, and reclassify them as Negro, colored, or black, or mulatto, etc., and remove them from their from the rights of citizenship within their tribes, and offered us 14th Amendment citizenship through the United States. So finding all of that, this information, it just helps bridge some of the gaps so that there's some type of closure, in the midst of us trying to reclaim nationality and to join alliances with other tribal affiliates, etc. Man, so it's very important that we definitely do that, man. Let me do this right quick. I'm trying to get it all right for you, my man. Hold on for a second. It's going to be in a PDF, so you probably can blow some stuff up.
All right.
And so, are you hearing me, bro?
You can hear me.
Oh, I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me though?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought I was like just talking and nobody heard me. I say that.
Yeah, we hear. I get you.
All right, cool.
So you're sending it in that same email thread?
Yep, I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay.
This is gonna be very interesting. I'm so excited. Like
I know.
I'm a little anxious to see this photo.
Yeah, he gonna share it right now. Watch. And then just to know, man, that the information that was referenced in that, man, was from Illinois University.
Oh, yes, sir. Which one is it? University of Illinois, or was it
Yes. Yep.
see, that's what I was my research showed that during that time there was only John D. Rockefeller and University of Illinois law schools there in Chicago. So I didn't know exactly which one to go to first, but then you say UOI, so or UI, right?
Yes, sir.
You just
Yay!
you put a whole nother piece to the puzzle right there. We was about to pay the genealogy department of ARNA to go out there and research and get us some pictures, bro, and get us some other stuff. Because I know he had a graduation picture at least at a law school.
That's what's up. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I gotta see this, man.
Village,
You
man.
guys see this right here, man. And that's all. You guys can see the whole article and everything. Okay, cool. Now I got it. Let me just go to my email over here. Sorry, y'all. That's the wife calling the kiddos. And you guys forgot I was on a live video. You guys want to say hello to the community or what? And so, okay, cool. Here's let me go to the link. Grab it right now. Desktop. Sun Village. Before it's called Before Sun Village, just so you know. It's Before Sun Village.
Yeah.
PDF. Got it. Info. And Melvin Ray. Grubbs. Okay, bro.
All right.
Send the email. So I think I sent it. Yeah. Yep. So this will be referenced, man. And so this information, like you said, the University of Illinois, Chicago. So I sent it to your emails. You should have it. You can share that information with the group. But
damn, right. Okay, here we go. Let me see what the open.
Cool. Okay, I'm back now. Cool. I'm back with you.
Is this the man?
All right, here we go.
Wow. Is that him? Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
That yeah, that's Melvin Ray Grubbs right there. According to the knowledge,
Oh my gosh. That just wow.
Got the part in his hair.
Okay, he was fly.
Yeah, he got that nation part.
The nation part, yeah.
He look like he mean business too. Like yeah.
How many pages? Oh, it's 6 pages. Wow. Okay. Bro,
but if you want, it's very short. And a lot of the other ones is newspaper article pieces that were part of the newspaper press that happened, and some articles about Sun Village, how he formed Sun Village. So this is before Sun Village. Why? You know what I'm saying? And another brother was there, and some, you know, so you can kind of see what's Antelope Valley's information. So,
Oh, Allensworth, he was involved?
yes, sir.
Man.
Good work.
Yeah, bro. Chicago lawyer named Melvin Ray Grubbs, pictured in the header. Bro, you just gave it to us, bro. You gave it to us. Well, it says 1,000 acres here, and another place it says 1,000 hectares.
Wow.
Just, scrolling. Y'all seeing it for the first time, just like we are. Okay, it's a colored subdivision being promoted east of Palmdale.
Woo, boy.
First newspaper article about. Where did you get this from, bro?
I was just doing some research, man, because I'll be doing this. I was doing partial some village information to kind of get connected to Melvin Grubbs and see how that whole thing was worked out. So I was just been digging, just been digging, and just it's online searches. There was some other stuff that I came across too, that deal with like some stuff Q mentioned, so I didn't mention it because same thing Q was talking about, which was some of the Antelope Valley Indian Museum stuff, different name of the tribes, etc. But I didn't go further along with those things because it wasn't relevant to the development of some village in the town in the township. It was just the surrounding tribes that were there and the names of the tribes there. So I know they're all different, so I didn't want to. So that's why I kind of stopped, because I know that we're probably not of those same people or bloodlines.
Right.
So
but
that's
it's
why
still good for us to preserve that history.
Yeah.
Those people.
Yeah. I think Q did a good job on it, man. So I was like, let me just deal with Grubbs and see what we can deal with. That's why I just went a different direction, because you guys got, and Q already kind of showed that and did some research on that.
And you know what? I was doing some research on Sun Village too, but I could not find anything like this. And for you to find this is like, wow. Because I remember spending like not much time, but I'll say like about an hour just digging pictures, lawyer, black lawyer, black real estate, like just trying to, keywords in Google. Couldn't find anything. And the simple fact that you found this is it's amazing. Like I feel like it was hidden. Like,
yeah, I was digging. A lot of us did a lot of digging. I was thinking like, man, because what I learned too, like when you're doing genealogy, it's only so much you can find, and it's times when you're gonna have to actually travel to the places and these buildings to get the documents, to get certain documents. I thought it was that, like, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta go to Chicago or whatever. But yeah, that's man, that's some good work right there, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lot more. I can't believe this, man. This is like,
yeah. So, this is good because, some of the good parts about it though is the fact that the land was purchased and for the purpose, and just the history there as far as his nationality is concerned, and what was he trying to do with creating a black town. And if you look into the article, there was other individuals that came from other parts, and they was like, they was establishing their own territory. They was reestablishing a new territory coming from the South. You know what I'm saying? So tribal territory. So there is tribal rolls numbers, right? So you assume that he's a part of the Cherokee Nation, right? Not Cherokee Freedmen, but a part of
Right.
Cherokee Nation,
Right.
right? So now we're looking at, okay, us reestablishing what he has started, right? And then establishing the nationality process and all those things we're talking about for tribal affiliation, tribal identity, and to reclaim the lands. Well, we can say that one of our ancestors has already discovered and paid
Right.
the price for.
Yes,
So
sir.
the person in the process is trying to figure out about the land of the 100 acres, because remember there were partials of the land that was sold as parcels. So the parcels will look just like how you would say, I have about 5 acres, and I'm gonna do what we
Yes,
did
sir.
when we purchased. They're gonna say we're gonna only do off a certain amount, a certain area. We're gonna say these are parcels. So you may have about 30,000 square foot can be for a family dwelling. So he could be selling parcels at 30,000 square feet a piece of 1,000 acres. That's
Yes,
what?
sir.
It's a lot of land.
Yeah.
It's about, I got to do the math on that one. But
Yeah.
so if we look at parcels, we got to look at how many parcels in that particular area. So now we got to look at the locations of buying, because it's detailed on the land as far as the purchases, right? So if he purchased what was on Avenue Q, something
Yes,
like
sir.
that, it was from 90th Street and Avenue Q. That's a man. So I haven't been there. Y'all been there.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at 90th Street, that's near Palmdale, right?
Yeah. Well, that's where the sign is. The sign that's behind me it's on 90th Street East at Palmdale Boulevard. However, the document that I was just about to show shows us a little further more on 70th Street, 20 blocks over west. Now, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, because I'll get into that. I'll cover it down after you finish.
Yeah, man. But that's pretty much it. I'm kind of excited about it too. As you was talking more, I was like, you know what? That's why I asked the question. Did we have anything else so we can continue to share and build on what you are already discussing? The rural town council guide, the Antelope Valley Indians, what they call it? What was it, Q? What was it called? The Native American people in the Antelope Valley.
Yes, sir.
Right. And then Melvin Gray Grubbs. We talked about that history, and then having something like the information we have here, just kind of we can start putting some of the pieces together with more, compound information. We can just like look at some of the news articles where we know that he came to some village, and then looking at, I have some other stuff too I can share with you too. I have to go, it's on my flash drive, so I got to get it out and I got to pop it up, and it's dealing with all that stuff. So we know now that some of the land of some village now is a lot of land there. We know that Mr. Graves passed away, so it just now, and there's no family members have came forth. So what we have tribal members, maybe even some of the same genealogy is coming forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
Very,
remember they call it. Remember they call it a colored subdivision.
yeah.
Colored subdivision.
But see, we know in history we have evidence to show that when they were changing over our tribal nationalities, they were putting the word color
Yes, sir.
to replace native or what, I don't know, the tribal name, that we had.
Right.
Colored and Negro. My grandmother's birth certificate says colored. My great grandmother's birth certificate, whose name is Tecumseh Mars, her birth certificate says colored, but she's named after the chief, Tecumseh.
Hey, so look, remember we were talking about the water department?
Yes, sir.
And so knowing that sub village had water wells,
Yes, sir.
right? If you go back to that article, it talked about building restrictions on all lots that was pertaining to some of the water for subdivisions in that water area. So if there's water wells in certain areas inside the ground where you can do welling, then there was building restrictions around that area. So there was supposed to be no buildings on top of those areas, et cetera, et cetera. We can revisit that. Remember, we were talking about building infrastructure. We talked about zoning. Talked about zoning, because I believe the purchase property that we purchased there also it's in A zone 3, which deals with heavy agriculture.
Yes, sir. Heavy agriculture.
So, but yeah, I just want to talk about that, but I don't want to go far off what we're talking about as far as the native history, the findings, reestablishing that tribal township or council for the benefit of the people and for the and for the natives there, so we can reclaim a nationality and identity. So I want to get far off, but that'd be something on another one I'll talk to you about. But yeah.
It'll be nice to also find out information on, like, besides Mel Grubbs, like who were the first people that were in the count, like the first secretaries, the first, you know what I'm saying? And even now after he passed away, like who took the torch, and those where those people are at, you know what I'm saying? Just to add on to some of that. I don't know if that information is in there. You probably got some of that from, other people that was involved. That'd be good information. Yeah,
bro. Hey, that's a great find right there. That's something that to be revealed on a day like this, And you've been holding out, bro. You've been doing your research. You've been holding out.
I've been waiting.
But that was great. That was great right there, man. So let me go on to this, since he was talking about the territory. If anything, y'all got something else to say? Because I'm gonna go into this other document. No? Okay. All right. So he was Brother Sadiq was just going over the territorial area of Sun Village, or the what I like to say, I call it the political area. We haven't really established that amongst the county, the council yet. But I'm gonna tell you what I mean. Okay. But these are our bylaws. Now, we have bylaws and we have a constitution. The bylaws are 11 pages, 13 articles. And one article that I want to highlight in this entire thing is article number 3, our jurisdiction. It's on page 2 of 11. Anybody want to follow along? Okay, so it says here, Article 3, jurisdiction. The official power to make legal decisions and judgments. That's what the word jurisdiction means, to have jurisdiction over a thing. Section 1. The Sun Village Town Council shall preside over the area so known as the town of Sun Village. Section 2. The town boundary. From the intersection of the city of Palmdale boundary with 70th Street East and Avenue P8. East on Avenue P8 to 80th Street East. South on 80th Street East to Avenue Q. East on Avenue Q to 170th Street East. South on 170th Street East to Palmdale Boulevard. East on Palmdale Boulevard to 215th Street East. South on 215th Street East to Avenue T. West on Avenue T to 165th Street East. South on 165th Street East to Avenue T4. West on Avenue T4 to 106th Street East. North on 106th Street East to Avenue T. West on Avenue T to 70th Street East. North on 70th Street East, following the city of Palmdale boundary northeasterly to the intersection of 70th Street East and Avenue P, right back to where we started. Now, that right there is what I call the political area, the political boundaries of Sun Village. The reason why I say that is because when we were installed as officers of Sun Village on August 27th, 2018, we were sworn in to uphold the bylaws. That part of the bylaws has not changed, even though we did update some other parts. But that part has not changed, and we were sworn in to uphold that. The County of Los Angeles was there. Many members of Sun Village was there. We have pictures of all the different officials and different societies that were there to witness us being installed as officers of Sun Village Town Council. So when you see past meetings that we've had and you see the County of Los Angeles acting stupid or playing stupid or whatever they are doing, oh, we don't know where Sun Village is. Oh, well, we thought it started on S, and then now we figured out where this part was, and this is why we changed the street signs and all of this stuff y'all hear them talking about, right? But it's clear in black and white when we got sworn in where our boundaries are. Now, that's the political area. I don't know if that's 100 acres, or in other areas I saw 100 hectares. But when the brother looked at the Sun Village records from the satellites, he said that for some reason the satellites use the oldest records to, up there, I guess, He said he looked up Sun Village, and Sun Village was 4 times bigger than the area that I just explained. He said 1,000 acres. He's like, bro, it's like 4,500 acres. And it goes all the way up into Copper Mountain. Or down into Copper Mountain. That's south of Sun Village. And it's crazy because, when you go south of Sun Village, you keep going, and you go west, you notice like some of these places don't even have names. Like, why isn't this area named? It's because it's Sun Village, So we have a map drawn of that, political area, but I call that the political area of Sun Village And the other area that the brother found that goes off into the Copper Falls and whatnot, I call that the territorial area of Sun Village. So once we get a hold of the political area, we can start going off for the rest of our territory. That's what I'm saying. Because like just like our building there on Palmdale Boulevard, we know it's in Sun Village, but when you look the address up, they say it's in Palmdale. So Palmdale had enough might and strength and money to exercise their sphere of influence over our territory, and then they got that area looking like it's Palmdale. We can do the same thing for our territories back and the areas that they are misnaming. So where are we at? Man, that's it for me. Like, I think this is a great bill. We went over the rule guide to the town councils. We went over some of the contents of that, the tribal contents of that, and guiding us in how to establish a council. We went over the Antelope Indian, the Indian. Let me get it right. Butchering, the people. It's called the right title is called the Rural Town Councils, a Guide and Handbook. It's the first document that we went over. The second one that we went over was a book that you can get from the Antelope Valley Indian Museum called the American Indian Peoples of the Antelope Valley, 12,000 Years of Cultural History. That book is about $5. Rich in knowledge, though. And then we went over our bylaws. The next time we meet, we should go over some more documents like our Constitution and some of the things that we mentioned today, like the Indian Citizenship Act of 1927, and other documents. Man, thank y'all, man, for coming. Man, thank you, Brother Sadiq, for that research. Man, thank you, Brother Kuku Khan and Sister Maluka.
Yeah.
You know. We missing one member, but it's cool, Brother Mustafa. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. This is what I want to close off of, man, because I'm not going to acknowledge names because I realize I kind of stepped out of my seat a little bit. But past week, there has been some disgruntled members from other tribal formations who have tried to, actually they did not try to, they defamed me. What they call it, they committed libel. Is libel the right word, brother? When you try to say that somebody is doing something that they're not, but try to discredit their character. They said that I was selling people back into slavery and that I was a fraud and that none of this is real that we're talking about. And other stuff. It was just other stuff. They were just hate coming from this individual and this group of people, right? So they got to talking about like, oh, how could you give up your whole Moorish empire and your Moorish nationality for a little village? You're giving up all of this for just some small little area. And so what I want to address is that, yeah, we do have our people in different formations in North America that have been established and doing things prior to Bell and Ray Grubbs. All right. I know that. I acknowledge that. But what I also acknowledge is those groups have not established a town or a city or even a real government that can protect us. None of them have. And if they were to exercise what they call is their nationality, the best way to exercise that is to go and establish areas to where their people can live, and that area would be known as a town or a village or a city. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I mean, just that's my rebuttal. You know, if any of these groups want to come to Sun Village and solidify their stance a little more, they can, because we'll back them up if they're truly about the indigenous people.
Exactly.
You know, uh, it did come out to be a beautiful thing because they did challenge me to a debate, and you know me, I was like, all right, when, you know, let's do it now, you know. But I caught myself and I said, you know what, man, oh man, I'm the mayor. What I look like debating you? You know what I mean? Nah, I ain't gonna debate you. Like, I want to address what you said about me, because what he started doing was he was clipping stuff and making comments about posts and stuff like that. I'll show them to y'all, but I
You
just
know,
uh
talking
want
about.
to let them know that, you know, I don't have any gripes against any other tribal formation or indigenous group. Uh, and I don't know what these people are trying to do, but it appeared to me that they were trying to make some kind of us versus them type of scenario.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, how could you discredit the validity of a town that is on the map, that people see, that, you know, it is recognized?
There's a whole song about Sun Village.
Yeah, songs and all kind of stuff. So, you know, here we are reestablishing and preserving that legacy and history, and knowing that all of us here on this council do have tribal membership. Miss Mag knew that before we came on, and this is why she trained us for this, because she knew what we knew.
Right.
So yes, you know, we are of Moorish descent. That's a given. Like, everybody knows that. We don't have to change the name of the town to Morristown. We don't got to acknowledge any particular individual other than Melvin Ray Grubbs and maybe some of the people that was with him, and the laws that help uh, solidify what it is here that we're doing here in Sun Village.
Right. I haven't seen no other groups that declared a whole town. And I mean, I haven't seen it in my time of adulthood or heard about anything like that. So for the simple fact that we are doing it, we've done it, I feel like unity should be the most priority.
Yeah.
To build. But instead you want to divide.
Yeah.
I mean,
would say at the beginning there was division, but after there was an engagement with them, and that I didn't go on a live, but another constituent of mine did, and he went on a live to address some of the stuff about Sun Village and me, and it turned out to be good, because after that they were like, oh wow, okay, you guys are doing that over there in that area, you're doing the best you can. You know, some people were in the messages seeing if they can purchase land and how they can help, so it did turn out good. But then right after that, that next day, that same individual was just poking at me again, so I had to block him, you know. But I just want to say, like, when the when a clean glass is sitting next to a dirty glass, naturally, if a person looks at it, they're gonna pick the clean glass to drink from. So that's us. We're gonna stay putting out the clean glass and just I don't want to talk about nobody. I just want to just demonstrate what we demonstrating and then let the people decide.
Right. Focus on what we keep focus on what we got going on. And
That's right.
yeah.
That's
So
right.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that no more. I'm not gonna let nobody get me out of I wasn't out of character, but I'm not gonna be going back and forth on social media about none of this stuff. It's on black and white.
I have a question. Why all of a sudden this person, I mean, we've been in office for years now, and I'm pretty sure the person that is talking about you or trying to defame or say negative, false things, I'm pretty sure he knew about it. But why all of a sudden you're saying these things? And what is the purpose of you saying these things? Why? That's what I want to know, because it honestly, it kind of upsets me, because it's like, if you're talking about some village, you talked about our mayor, our chief, I check that person out, because I'm involved with this town, with our tribal territory. And my basically my point is, why would this person do this or say these things all of a sudden?
Uh, yeah, it's kind of all of a sudden. But when I did my research, I did see that he did have uh, some prior engagements with our chief in Arna, and he didn't like him, and then he associated me with him. And of course, y'all know the knowledge that we learned in Arna, Aboriginal Republic of North America, Shiamaru tribal government, is what we are using to help bring Sun Village back. And we've established the plebiscite. We've written the Constitution and updated the bylaws and did all this research, this genealogy research that I did. I learned in Arna. I wouldn't have found Melvin Ray Grubbs if it wasn't for me inside of the Aboriginal University, going through the classes, the jurist class. I'm a jurist. I I I am skilled in the law. Brother Salik is a jurist. This is why I called him on to help us here in this in this town council. So
I see. Now I understand. Okay.
yeah. So anyway, we're gonna keep moving, and then inshallah, we'll get to another town and make that before.
Inshallah. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
because I done been through a lot of areas. I've seen some of the areas that we once had. There's ghost towns sitting around. There's uh just open territory that has not been. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody may own it or it might be on somebody's name. But when it comes down to like some of these older areas, these areas are open and ready to be invested in and purchased. And just imagine well, Tulsa, Oklahoma is big. It's all around. They over there. What I'm saying, there's areas that we can go to reestablish. Like there is a Morocco, Indiana, right? I mean, it's fully fledged and it's big. It's like people living there. It's got a lot of nice things there, but you know, I hear brothers say that they're descendants of Morocco and they are now living in North America. Uh, some of these areas that they could go if they was to organize better, they can go and purchase property. And we're not gonna give them the full how to do it. They're gonna have to come and pay us, man, to show them how to properly reestablish or establish a town. Uh, so yeah, that's it. Anything else? We got another show. We got another not show, but we got another meeting tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That meeting is the fourth Monday, and we have a meeting every fourth Monday. Usually, the people that come there are the public and officials from the county of Los Angeles who are assisting us with some of the areas that we can't handle right now. You know, electricity, flooded areas. You'll see when you go on there, you'll see some of the stuff that they're talking about. So yeah, that's it for me. This is Nasir Muhammad, Mayor of Sun Village, Chief of Tribal Township of Sun Village. Anybody else, you know, can sign off with your rank and name and rank.
I'm Jamila Towns, Maluka Wakshanshi Amaru. I'm a councilwoman for Sun Village Town Council and a tribal member of Sun Village. And peace to everybody, blessings to everyone. And I'll see y'all soon.
You're on mute, bro.
Where I go or Salika, they do going.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Quincy Hook. Type name.
Sorry about that. No, Pete. I was gonna say, are we done after this?
Yeah, now unless you got something else.
I want to share after we close out on this.
Okay, well, we ain't closing out then. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, okay. I gotta share some other stuff with y'all. I gotta share some other stuff with you, Ansar, as well. Man.
I think you can share your screen. I don't think I'm the
I can
only
share my
one.
screen. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me see.
You see that hand? It's like a hand, and then right next to the hand is like an arrow going up, and that's how you can share your screen.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, Esau be holding out. All right, so there's some stuff I do want to share right quick, man. Let me just it's crazy. This information is wild. I mean, it's not wild, man, but it's let me get to my let me see. Some of those context. All right, so we have some village context. I want to share some stuff, man. Wow, Sun Village. Okay, let me say something right quick. Oh, you guys familiar with the Sun Village Women's Club?
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure we all are because we've been in. All right, so we know how Jackie Robinson Park came to be. We know where the money came from as far as the donation, the giving up some of the land.
Yes,
right?
sir.
We familiar with the NAACP?
I didn't know that part. But,
okay.
But when I was reading up on the brother Jackie Robinson and his involvement with Sidney Poitier, that they were involved with the NAACP at that time in trying to establish the park. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
So let me share. Let me share this right here. I'm looking for it right quick in my. Let me just go here because I think I already have it up and send a PDF. So yeah, I'm gonna share this. All right, check this out, man. Let me go to my hand. And my hand is up.
Okay. So that means
No, you got
oh no, don't do the hand. It's right next to the hand. It's the arrow that
Oh,
yeah.
yep, right here. Okay.
and it says present now when you hover over that arrow next to the hand.
Yeah, I want to share this right there. I'm gonna share this.
Okay. There we
Y'all
go.
see this?
Yes, sir.
My own. Okay. I can't see y'all though.
Right. Oh, okay. But
Oh,
you
I'm
can see
ready.
your screen. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I see it too. I see it. We see it.
There I go. There I go. Okay, cool. All right, let me go back to it because now I done lost myself. Okay. Y'all see me doing this with my cursor?
Yes, sir.
All
You
right.
got to blow that up some though.
Okay, here we go.
There you go. Yes, sir.
Perfect or no more?
There, a little more. One more tap. There you go. That's it.
All right, man. So this right here says some villages can be all right, so here is what they call the context. So some village can be through as part of the okay, I don't know that word right there, but an independent black community developed between the late 1800s and early 1900s around the uh, what is
Peripheries.
peripheries of Los Angeles. At the time ago, okay, here we go. It says, okay, hotbed and racial inequality, discrimination, segregationist practices with Ku Klux Klan, practice, okay, police force and allies, etc., etc. So the political systems, and then this is also another PDF I have. Okay, in the light of the wonder of Los Angeles, where space where Black families could build housing and communities, and some measures related. So in the map below, you can see the places and are similar to some village below the map. So here's some other Black towns and communities that were established by other indigenous Black families. So you have the Allisonsworth, Sun Village, Mary's Ranch, Valley Verde, Bruce's Beach, and Indio.
Mm. Yes, sir.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
Now, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
And here's some information about Allensworth, all Black town established in 1908. Valley Verde, the Black resort community established in 1928. Bruce's Beach. Then, you know, Mary Ranch Resort and Indio in Coachella Valley.
Mm.
Oh, it's missing in the Negro Motorist Green Book. Wow.
All right, so yeah, I wanted to just share that real quick, man. Something else we can
Stay
Where's
right there on that map, bro. Stay right
uh
there.
pause
On
right
that
here.
map.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you introduced me to a particular attorney that is representing a people down there in Indio. Well, it's not Indio per se, it's Palm Springs.
Oh yeah, Palm Springs. Yep.
Right.
But that's where it is, right here. Look.
Yeah, it's in Indio. Right.
Yep.
Well, right next, so
Right next to the area.
uh,
And it was a resort. It was a resort.
Indio and Coachella Valley, right.
Yep.
So they have a reparations case going or about to start that's a lot bigger than Bruce's Beach. Bruce's
Mhm.
Beach is so small, bro. Bruce's Beach is not even a block in some village. I'm talking about in terms of like how big it is.
Yeah.
You know, uh, I've been to the area in India. I mean, in Palm Springs, and I saw the area where they pushed the tribal people into. It's called the Gateway Estates. Also know a member of that tribe down in Palm Springs. And so when I look at this, I met a man who told me that he studied all of the black settlements in in California. And this man told me that Sun Village has an abandoned prison there. Now, so when I look at this map and we look at all of those streets that we've been on, and what I mentioned, there's no abandoned prison there, which also is more evidence showing me that Sun Village is bigger than that political area that I read off. Valley Verde, he made mention of Valley Verde to me, or Valle Verde, that area right now don't even exist. I mean, that area, when you go over there, that's all white. They might got some people, some of us that live there, like, see here it says Santa Clarita, bro. Like, if you've been to Santa Clarita, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've been to Santa Clarita. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like about 40 minutes from Sun Village. So yeah, man, thank you for that information right there.
They said that that was a black resort community established back then.
Yeah. Known as the Black Palm Springs. You gotta go see what's up over there though, just to see what else.
Also, I got more information on these as well. A full article in detail on these.
Okay.
But then, but yeah, man. So just showing. Well, we already have that one. We have that. Okay, remember this right here is the establishment of Sun Village, the Women's Club. So that's some information on the Women's Club and how they got established and what happened in 1954, etc. So is the ladies that were involved.
Blow that up. Yeah, bro. Yes, sir. Yeah, please share this with me, man.
There's some of the writings.
It's got some names there. I see.
Yeah, these are the ladies' names who are involved in establishing this women's club, and here they are here. So yeah, I'll definitely share this. Talks about building the Jackie Robinson Park, etc. All these things in detail.
Daisy Gibson. Yeah. A lot of people don't know about these people. Like Daisy Gibson is like she's a very powerful, there was another sister, almost like Daisy Gibson. There's an elementary school named after her there. However, she's like I would liken her to like a Shirley Chisholm or what's the sister down in Watts? Maxine Waters or something, Juanita Tate or one. She's like a sister like that. There's another sister there that was in Sun Village too by the name of Birdie Mae Penn, and she was a millionaire.
These are some of the churches that helped establish the community here. You have the First Missionary Baptist Church,
yes, sir,
Antelope Valley Church of God of Christ. So this information on that too, kind of know who was, and then here's another one too, man. The earlier Jackie Robinson Park.
Say the first church was in Miss Magdalne's backyard. Just to let that first church. Yeah. Go ahead.
You said what? Q?
The first church was in Miss Magdalne's backyard. Like the church, it's like the foundation is still there. Yeah.
Wow. And here's some photos and stuff like that, man, just to share.
Yeah. That's a vibe, huh? There you go. Yeah, that's it. Look. Oh, huh. You see the you see
A rocket ship.
the rocket ship. Yeah, they don't make them no more.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember those. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, a lot of those pictures are on the inside of the park. Like, it's the room. You know that room he's got these pictures at?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we were there taking pictures of.
Yeah, man. So that's pretty much it.
They have a shovel in there at Jackie Robinson Park.
Mm-hmm.
That shovel was used to dig the well.
It's cool though. He got it in the whole document.
Yeah.
Right.
Um, so yeah, bro. I'm back. So
Yes.
yeah.
Hey man, yeah, that was a good bill. I really enjoyed that, man. Appreciate the research you've been doing in the cut there, man.
I want to if I get some copies too, or
Oh
somebody.
yeah, I can send them, man. I can send it to everybody. I share all the PDFs. Those are all PDFs right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I got them already in my. I got them in a. It's called Some Village info folder.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Wow.
Man,
This is a
anything
good
else?
bill tonight.
Anybody else got anything to share? I just can't wait to go back and look at this again. Like what we've been
Well,
talking about.
there's the one that had mentioned she's an investor, and she had mentioned to me about she wanted to go visit some village and kind of just touch the soil because she knows a elder woman that is, you know, all about. She just knows a lot when it comes to like indigenous, um, you know, Black indigenous people. And she was saying, you know, some village. She was like, you guys have a resource center?" And I told her, "No, we don't." So she wanted to go out to some village and take a look, um, and just kind of get a feel of the town. So I was gonna show her, you know, give her like a little tour of some village, and she was thinking about getting a building and creating a resource. I mean, that's just something that she, you know, had said
Hmm.
about a resource center. I'm not too familiar with that, but I don't know. Just, you know, talking about that to see.
Okay. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can talk about it in a workshop. Get more into details about that.
Okay, cool.
What's up, Phil? You got anything?
Oh no, I'm good right now.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, yeah, man. It's just I don't even know the right word to use, but it's like we got a lot of responsibility on us, you know, with the research he's been doing and who we are finding. That's the first time I've seen that man's face. I've been looking for him, you know. So it's just like, you know, when we have this and we have this responsibility and we're officers, you know, bringing this out. It just really make you think about like, who are you? Like, who am I? Like, why are we the ones chosen to do a work like this when everybody else is just doing whatever they doing, waiting on the game to come on or something. But my thoughts are occupied with this type of stuff. So yeah, it's just I don't know the words, to say like what it is that how what comes over us, comes over me like the feeling that I get, it's like a fire, like, oh shit. Like I get up some nights and I be like, oh shit, Sun Village, like I gotta do something, and then it's like it's a pressure, but it's a good pressure. So like we're all making history. We're about to be written. Like all of your children, your grandchildren and great grandchildren, they're gonna be able to say, like, hey, my ancestor was, helped this town and they, you know, like we really, really, really won in the eyes of, our children. They can say that. So yeah, just closing out. Nothing else. Let's go ahead and let everybody know, we can be back on next month for this kind of talk. For Sunday of the month, we're gonna be dealing with the tribal stuff, and then fourth Monday of the month, we're gonna be dealing with the other matters of the town. So that's me, Ansel Muhammad. I'm signing off. Anybody else?
Jamila.
Salik Bell. I'm signing off as the
Yeah.
correspondent secretary.
All right, family.
All right. Kuku Khan, Amaru, Quincy Hooks, signing off, parliamentarian, Sun Village Town Council, and tribal member of Sun Village.
Yes, I'm Jamila Towns, Smalley. I got to put Smalley out there. That's my family name too. Maluka Wakshan Amaru, Councilwoman, Sun Village Town Council, tribal member, signing off.
All right, so all right, peace, family. Peace to everybody.
Peace, peace, peace. All right.
Leave the call. You can't end this video call yet. Oh, I can't end it yet. Hold up. I can't. There we go. That's because I'm recording. So let me make sure. Stop recording.